5 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Live It rather than diet, Dr. Live It has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Live It on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Share the Live. Share the Live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the Live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the Live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the Live. The Street 919 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com. News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, state of emergency will be lifted by the end of November. Additional vaccine doses for vulnerable groups. TT Post launches online track and trace system, and internationally Iraqi Prime Minister safe after drone attack on residents. And now the news in detail. After 6 months of lockdowns and curfews, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has announced that the state of emergency will be lifted by the end of November. In addition, businesses will be able to set their own operating hours. Dr. Rowley also assured that at this time, he will not seek to extend the existing state of emergency.
The state of emergency is coming to an end at the end of this month. And as of now, I don't have any intention of asking the Parliament to extend it.
Any further extension of the SOE would have required a 3/5 majority to pass measure in the Parliament.
Curfew comes out of the emergency. You can't have the curfew if the emergency has ended. But I think by now we would have gone into a routine, and I think by now the population should be able to cope and to do what needs to be done, so, because this is no longer a short-term situation. This situation that we're in it for the long haul.
The Prime Minister made the announcement during a media conference on Saturday. In other news, an additional dose of a COVID-19 vaccine will be offered to certain groups of vaccinated people beginning this week. This was announced by Health Minister Terence Dialsing at Saturday's COVID-19 health update. He said individuals whose immune systems are compromised by disease, age, and medical treatment have been identified to receive a third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.
We are in a good position to treat with these very special groups of persons who are already vaccinated, and you will be contacted, especially those 60 and over, in the Sinopharm group. You will be contacted by the RHAs and given appointments to come into us.
The minister said individuals over 60 are eligible for these additional vaccines.
The others, like cancers, we will treat you in your clinic setting. If you're a private patient, you come into us with a referral letter. Same thing with HIV/AIDS, we treat you in your clinic setting. But if you're a private patient, come in with your referral letter. Same thing with lupus, same thing with your immunosuppressive therapy states.
The health minister estimates that some 20,000 people will be eligible for these vaccines. In more news, the Trinidad and Tobago Postal Corporation launches its new online tracking system. Product manager at TT Post, George Nicholas Martin, said the service will provide many benefits to customers, including delivery efficiency with real-time data.
Helping our business customers grow their business. They can now simply go to www.ttpost.net, enter their tracking number, and know the delivery status of their package. They can conveniently provide updates to their customers about the progress of their delivery, and even share the tracking information with them.
Meanwhile, Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez says the corporation must seek out innovative ways to survive amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. He says TT Post must adapt in order to remain relevant and become financially independent.
Depending on annual state subventions will soon be a thing of the past, and your survival depends on government's ability to become financially independent by offering new digital services to your customers.
Also, chairman at TT Post, Akeem Ahmad, says the company has taken a strategic approach to securing the corporation's future.
In this regard, the board has already taken steps to deliver a 5-year strategic plan for the corporation. In this plan, serious emphasis is placed on digitization of our services.
TT Post recently opened a new outlet in Roxborough, Tobago. International news: Iraqi Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi escaped unharmed in an assassination attempt by armed drone in Baghdad on Sunday. The incident has dramatically raised tension in the country weeks after a general election was disputed by Iran-backed militia groups. 6 members of Kadhimi's personal protection force stationed outside his residence in the Green Zone were wounded. Here we have this Al Jazeera report.
It's been called an attempted assassination, an explosion followed by gunfire on Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi's residence in the most secure part of Iraq, the heavily fortified Green Zone of Baghdad. According to the Prime Minister's office, drones carrying explosives were used in the attack. Kadhimi was unharmed and spoke to the nation shortly after.
To all of those who were worried, my residence was targeted in a cowardly attack. Thanks to God and His grace, all of those working with me and I are doing well.
International condemnation of the attack was swift. The US issued a statement of relief that the PM was unhurt and called it an apparent act of terrorism.
And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: state of emergency will be lifted by the end of November. Additional vaccine doses for vulnerable groups. TT Post launches online track and trace system, and internationally, Iraqi Prime Minister safe after drone attack on residents. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wells, Queen of Talk. She's up next.